Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's February the 14th. It's Happy Valentine's Day. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you've had a lovely day. Now today has been a day full of distractions for me today. I sat down about 2 to 3 hours ago to start doing a project for Valentine's, and I needed to have a clean polypropylene mat to work with. Now this was completely gunged up with paint. Unfortunately, I started to clean it, and an hour and a half later, when I finally finished, Ian had just come home. So I lost my window of opportunity to film for Valentine's while he was out. And then we started talking about furniture for the new house and looking at a couch for the family room. And then the next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock. So completely and utterly lost track of time this afternoon. So I'm going to try and squeeze in a quick project while Ian's taken Mr. Bentley out for his WALK, his afternoon WALK. So hopefully I can get through this as quickly as possible. So as I mentioned, I've got a very clean polypropylene mat here. This is just a sheet of polypropylene material that you can purchase in most home stores. It's a cutting mat. That's all it is. It's just for cutting chicken or meat or vegetables and kind of stuff on. But I use them in my art for when I want to do messy stuff and blending and that kind of thing. Very, very inexpensive. When they get too grungy, I normally throw them away. But I haven't got any replacements, so I only had the one because I've gotten rid of some already in readiness for the move. But anyway, so that's the reason why I needed to clean this one. The substrate that I'm working on today is a piece of watercolour cardstock. It's 300 GSM, which is about £140 for you Imperial peeps. It's textured on one side. This is the normal stuff that I use in my Mission Inspiration and 8x8 art journals. I've cut this to 8x8, so it will go in one of those 8x8 journals when I'm finished. But today I want to play with some Distress Oxides, which is why I wanted it back. So I have a couple of colours. I've got Candied Apple, and I've got Fossilised Amber, and I've got Twisted Citron. So I'm going to create a kind of messy background. I'm going to add some to that mat. Ooh. All fingers and tums today. Obviously if this was a white mat or a lighter coloured one, you'd probably see it a bit better, but there we go. So just add 3 of those colours onto the mat. I'm going to grab a bottle of water, and I have them labelled up because I also have one that says, and we don't want to get them mixed up because you get different results. So I'm going to activate the oxides, and then I'm going to take my the textured side, the canvas side, which I don't think the camera can pick up. No, it's not that sensitive. And I'm going to just start dropping these down all over, just to get a kind of all over kind of watercolory effect. Do some more of that yellow up there. A bit more, and of course this is going to start to curl, which is fine. We can handle that. Okay, so that's the first layer. So I'll just drop that there, grab some kitchen towel, very quickly just wipe that off. I'm going to give this layer a quick blast. Get this dry, and then I'm going to come back and add some more. Another layer on top. Okay, so that's the first layer dry. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of wild honey. And some of the fossilised amber again. A little bit more yellow into the mix. And then right in the middle, I'm going to add some of that twisted citron again. So grab some water. Like so, and then this time I was going to do that. And then we'll start picking up some more of that. Give it a squish. It's all down to random chance, chaos, and the like. Bit there, bit there, bit there, bit there. Okay. Let's clean that off again. Nice and easy. Get that dry. I've got a stubborn blob that won't dry. Gone. Okay, so that's that. So again, a little bit of redness to go on top now, so I'm going to do a little bit of fired brick. Just another little added layer on top of that. Drop that in. And the thing with these is you could keep on going for quite some time if you wanted to. Keep going and keep going until you're happy with the way that your layers have built up. Again, the only restrictions you've got are on drying time. Okay, so I want some more of that green in the background. So I'm just going to bring in a couple of splodges of the green and a little bit of the cracked pistachio. And then a wee spritz. Get my cloth ready, and then we can start picking up some of that colour. Yes. Just what I wanted. Just all the way around. A little bit more on that side there. Tad there. Tad there. And just a splodge here and there in the middle. And that will be quite happy-ish about the build-up of colours on that. Okay, so nearly at the point where I'm happy. So I just want to see if I can find my, have I got my vintage photo in the Oxide somewhere. Oh, I've not put them away properly, have I? Black soot, they're supposed to be labelled up, these things. Oh, come on. Vintage photo, there we go. A little bit of wetness still there, so that's going to come out. So, vintage photo. I've got a blending tool, so I'm just going to go around the edge, just adding in a little bit of darkness, just as a kind of frame. All the way around, just to kind of finish off the border. Just like that. liking that. I'm not going to activate that with water, I'm going to leave that the way it is, but what I do want to do is to grab some white paint. I've got my little palette, which also could do with a clean. I'm glad I didn't decide to do that today, otherwise I would have had nothing done at all. And then some water, and then I want my fan brush. I can find it, there it is. Still sitting in the water from the last time I used it. How dirty of me. Okay, so mix up some of the white paint with the water so we get nice runny consistency, and then some white splatters across the top. That will do. Happy with that. Clear that out of the way. Now of course the white acrylic paint will react a little bit with the oxides, so that's going to dull down just a tad, but that's okay. Let's get that dried up quickly. Okay, so my background is now completely dry. I'm not going to add any stenciling or anything. I don't want too much to detract away from the main focal point that I'm going to be adding onto this page. And I'm going to be using one of the main images from my Stupid Cupid Digi-Download set, which is available on the website now to watch. This is the set, so I'll put you the digital art on the screen as you can see at the moment. So that's available on the website if you're interested in doing something similar with this. Obviously if you bring this into a Photoshop or whatever, you can reduce the size down. I've printed these at 100% because they're meant to be for art journal pages. So I've printed this off on my printer, my Epson WF2630 printer, which has the Durabright ink, which I've gone on about for a long time. But people still are asking me the name of the printer, what type of printer ink it is, that kind of thing. So, and I've printed this on some of the sticker paper sheets that I have, I will be adding to my website shortly. Now, lots of people have mentioned that they can print A4, so there's no need for me to go to the added expense of having them cut to 8.5 by 11 sheets. And people have also mentioned that sticker paper is readily available in the US and Canada, which is fine. I just want to point out that that is actually their label, printer label sheets. This is professional grade sticker paper. This is what professional printers create stickers out of. So this is a slightly thicker weight to go through the printer, etc., etc., and not just your standard label sheets. And obviously holds ink very, very well. So there is a little bit of a difference, but hey ho, if label sheets work for you, then that's fine, you go ahead. So I'm just going to stick that down. No need to mess with glue because it will hold rather lovely. And because I've got those dagger corners already in place, then that fits and looks, I think, rather lovely. So I've got a little bit of a quote that I've printed off at the same time. This isn't part of the DigiKit, this is just one that I wanted to add for Valentine's Day, and I'm just going to add that across the bottom. I'll put it just there. It's a kind of grounding, and it just says kiss me or lose me forever. And just to add a little bit of shadow detail to that, I'm going to grab my charcoal pencils. These are Derwent charcoal pencils, and they come in white, You've got dark, medium, a couple of mediums and a couple of, oh sorry, 2 darks, 2 mediums and 1 light. I like the medium ones because it gives me a little bit of play, just to add a little bit of grounding and shadow. You could use your coloured pencils or your Inktense pencils if you want to add a little bit of kind of like watercolour effect underneath, but I don't want to add any more water to the bottom of this because of the oxides. I don't want them to be activated any more than they are already, so I'll just create my little grounding shadows just with the dry charcoal pencils. Which are quite fun to use. And we can also add a little bit of shadow if we want to, just underneath. We could go as dark or as light as we want. Okay, let's grab that white a little bit and just dull down those edges. And I think I'm actually happy with that art journal page for today. It's satisfied my creative itch for Valentine's Day, and I've got to play with my Distress Oxides. What more could you want? A colourful but vintagey style page for Valentine's Day. That's all from me for now. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video, like I said in the intro. It's all from me for now. I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.